Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe. I have tried so many recipes for chocolate chip cookies to get like the best type of cookie, like a chewy kind of inside but still holds its shape. Definitely one of my favorite recipes, so let's get started. We're going to need 1.5 sticks of butter, half a cup plus 1 teaspoon of white sugar, half a cup plus 2 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, 1/3 of a tablespoon of molasses, 1.5 large eggs, 1.5 cups plus 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, half a teaspoon of baking powder, 2/3 of a cup of dark chocolate chunks, half a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. First thing you want to do is add your baking soda and your salt to the flour to combine all of the dries. Then you want to combine all the sugars, including the molasses. And what I do is I add the molasses in last, right directly on top of the sugar. I scale it out. That way it doesn't come in contact with the plate, making it much easier to take it out and making sure I get all of that molasses into my recipe and not stuck onto the plate. Now the dark chocolate, I cut it into chunks as you can see here, and I put it onto a sifter. That way you can get all the little pieces of chocolate powder out of there. That way it does not cloud your chocolate chip cookies. Then what I do with the eggs is one of them I beat it, and then I add half of that to my other egg, making sure I have 1.5 eggs. For the sugars, I combine them all together as you can see here. Try to make it as smooth as possible, just knowing it's not going to be perfect because of that molasses. Then I'm going to start with the butter. I'm going to add that to my mixer with the paddle attachment, and we're going to cream that till it looks like kind of a mayo consistency. This will only take about 2 minutes. You just want it to hold a peak. Once that's ready, you want to add your molasses and sugar mixture, and you can add it all at one shot. And you want to mix this for about 3 to 4 minutes, just until you see the color has changed to a lighter color and it's light and fluffy. This right here is the consistency you're looking for. It's a lot lighter in color as you can see, and a lot of air has been whipped into it. Now you want to make sure to use this time to scrape down your bowl. It is very important to make sure you get all of that in there, and then you can start with the eggs. You want to add a little bit in at a time and make sure it's fully incorporated before adding a little more in. At the same time, you want to be mixing at a low speed and just mix until it's combined. Once you see that all your eggs are combined, you can go ahead and stop. Scrape down the bowl once again, make sure it's all incorporated, and then we're going to start adding in our dry mix, our flour mix. You want to add a little bit in at a time and be kind of pulsing the speed, if you will, turning it off, turning it on at a really low speed. That way you kind of mix it in there without the flour going everywhere, which has happened to me many times, so I know what I'm telling you. So just keep pulsing it, off and on, and adding a little bit more flour until it's combined. Do not leave the speed running and the flour in there, just because the gluten in the flour is going to make your cookies very tough and not light and chewy. So make sure that you just mix it as much as you need to, just so it's combined. Now you're ready to add the chocolate chips and chocolate chunks, and same thing goes. You don't want to mix it too far along just because of the gluten, so be careful just to incorporate them in there. Once they're mixed in, that cookie dough is ready. And try not to eat too much of it like I did, otherwise you're going to be short a cookie, which you'll see here what happens. Now you want to grab some plastic wrap, because we're going to chill the dough, and you're going to chill the dough for at least 30 minutes. This part is extremely important. If I only knew this when I was younger and I was baking, it would have changed everything. But make sure that you make time to chill your dough at least 30 minutes. If you want to do this overnight, even better. After it has rested in the fridge, you want to start scooping. I like to use a scale for this part just because I can get even cookies every time, and I do 70 grams of cookie, and that's a pretty large cookie. If you look down below, I have the recipe down in grams as well, because I believe that's the best way to do your baking. You'll see here this recipe gave me enough for 12 large cookies or 24 smaller cookies. If you want to do a smaller cookie and you want to weigh it out, it's 35 grams versus the 70 grams. Have your oven ready at 325 degrees and bake for about 12 to 14 minutes, rotating at about 6 minutes. Or you can perform a magic trick and voila! perfectly baked chocolate chip cookies. This is my favorite recipe for chocolate chip cookies, guys. So many people have asked me for my recipe, and here it is. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video down in the comments. If you did, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more of these kinds of videos. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.